Howdy folks, Cal Ditmar, Trapping Fool. Gonna do a video on skinning coyotes. Got a couple last night, figure I haven't done one of these yet. They're a little time consuming. But I'm gonna go through it kind of fast here. Hopefully I can get it. I've only got 20 minutes on my camera here before it runs out of space. So I'm gonna mark the time and hopefully get it done in time. So what I do is I cut off the front legs. This is for putting them up for selling purposes. I cut off the front legs, usually about the elbow, maybe a little below, just give a little extra room to work. Depends on what your fur buyer likes. I'm a fur buyer. I like them just below the elbows. Gives me a little bit to work with. If I need to trim them off, I'll trim them off. Then I brush them out real good before I skin them. It helps get some of the burrs out. The burrs, the cockle burrs and stuff seem to come out, I think, easier when it's on the body yet. There's still some in here, but we'll get to that later. That comes after you skin them. I've got a modified pair of grips here. A hook onto the feet here, and then I got a rope system here to hook onto. What this does is it pulls the legs apart for me. I can see I got to adjust this down a little bit here for you. I'm going to focus more on the animal now, on what I'm doing instead of me. Hopefully you can see here. What I usually do is I like to follow the line. See this line here where it goes from white to brown, white to brown? I try and follow that line. And I usually go from about the pad there, follow it down. You can see what tying that leg off does for me here. Now again, this is just one way of doing it. They've got other ways of doing it. This is how I've done it. Found it's easier for me, but nothing about a coyote is really easy. Alright, we've got that. Now what I do, start getting the hide separated here a little bit. Working it down. I'll do the same thing over here. I'm probably blocking, now that I think about it, what I'm doing here, but hopefully here you can see. Some of this you can pull with your hands, not too much of it. This has been laying here for most of the day now, so it's tightened up. Now, I don't know if you can see here. I'm trying to get where I went in between, just to the base of the vent there. What I'm trying to do is get the reproductive organs separated loose here, like so. Alright. Now, start to come along, I'll separate there. Stand this up. All I'm doing is working around this leg. I know you probably can't see what I'm doing. Now I'm through. I'm going to pull it a little bit. I'm going to put the knife in and go all the way up to the toes there. See that? Then you can pull it down a little bit. Do the same thing on this leg now. Gotten through there. Now what I do is I put the knife in and I go right up to the toes, just like so. Pull it down. You're going to hit a spot where this gland is. You can see this gland here and here. That's where it usually stops. Now this is as far as I'm going to go out here. Give me a few minutes. We're going to relocate into the fur shed here. But first I'm going to put my hangers on, because now I'm going to hang it. Well, maybe. There we go. There we go. Alright, I'm going to move the camera first, get it set up in here, hopefully where we can see what's going on. And then we'll, one of these ways. I'll figure this camera stand out yet. I think I'll get it up higher, that way you can see better. Get it over here maybe. I think we might work alright here. Alright, I'll be right back with you. I'll get the coyote in here. Okay, I'm back. I'm gonna hang him up right here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lift him up a little bit here. I'm probably gonna be, you're gonna see me moving around a lot here because I work around them. Get this a little sharper here. What I'm gonna do is go at the vent here. I always start at the top and go around it just like so. Now this spot, that gland there, I release that down a little bit here because it will tear the hide here. Pull it down a little bit. Now a lot of times you can work your fingers in here and pull. Don't pull real hard, you'll feel it go. Want me to go, if it wants to stop, like right here, loosen it. There's tight spots on these things. I could probably hook this up to my machine and do some of this, but I've torn before right here at this spot, so better safe than sorry. What I try and do is get the tail out first. That's what I'm doing right now. Cut around here. You can see this line here where the skin meets the hide, or the meat meets the hide. I want to get up under that tail, get it loose like so. Now what I'll do, let me move this up. Cut down into the tail just a little bit like so, just to release that tail. You see it starting to move. Now you take your tail stripper, hopefully this one goes for me here, and strip her right out. Now, after I've done that, I've got my skinning machine here. With my machine here, I'll go down to here to where I'm working at. I've found that I double the hide over like so. Put the clamps on it. Get my other one out here. Fold it up once, and then again is what I found holds the best here. Then I put my clamp on it again. Now what I need to do is lower it all the way down. And if you watch, hopefully you can see on the video here. I have a hook right here that's into the floor. What I do then is my hook's on my clamps here, hook into there. Make sure this hide is straight when you do it. In other words, like this, you should be able to see it from this side easier. When I hook into my clamp here, or my clamp up, see how it keeps it square here? That's what you want. Now we'll start pulling her up. I jump every time that thing jumps, yeah. Alright, we've pretty much got the legs out now. See how we're to the legs? This is where you need the back of the head, the neck, and these legs need to be come down just a little bit. They need help at this point. Trust me, I ripped a couple of these before I figured that out.
So you can see this is up into the neck here. Going to help it along here a little bit. Along the back here. We got a little loose now. I think we can pull it up just a touch more. Gets tight. Alright, now we're tight here. I don't know if you can see this. Let me move up here. Bear with me here. I'm trying to do this alone. It's a pain. Alright, right in here. Can you see that? Right through here is where the leg is. What I use for that is, where'd I put it? One of these spikes, tent stakes or something. Run it right through. See how I went right through there, right above the hide? Now you can pull it right on down. Look at that leg popped right out. Pull it right on down. Now, we're through there. Legs are out. That's why you do the legs. Cut them off. It pulls through easier. Now what I can do, pull it up a little more. Right here you're going to see the ears start to come through. Right here's the ear butts. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to help it along here a little bit. Get this out of your way so you can hopefully see. See the ear? Can you see that ear in there? Right here? I'm going to zoom in on these ears a little bit for you. Just so you can see, here's the ears. Now with these ears what I do is I cut straight in and then down just a little bit. Like so. What that does is it leaves a lot of that cartilage. Yep, I went off the... Let me back it off here. What that does then is it leaves a lot of this cartilage up here. When you're doing this for selling purposes, that's usually the part that rots on them. You don't want that. Alright, the ear's loose. See how we got all this loose skin here? We'll pull it up a little bit more. Tighten it up again. Right here is going to be the eyes. Whoop. Corner of the mouth. The eyes are going to be right here. I don't have enough height in my building here, so I put pressure on it with putting my fingers in the ear. And the eyes pop out. See how the eyes are out of there now? Might be able to get a little more height here to help me out. And then we just continue to go on down with it here. I'm just barely hitting the skin. When it's tight like this, it pops pretty easy. The lower jaw, you can cut it off a little bit or whatever. Now I'm going to zoom up just a little bit more here again, maybe, so you can see this nose, what I'm doing, I hope. Hopefully the blood's out of the way. What I do is I got my finger up into the nose here so I can feel, and I keep bringing it out. And if you look, that nose is coming out. See the cartilage here coming through? Can you see that? When I get to where I barely feel the cartilage in my finger, that's where I cut it off. Then it makes it nice and clean there. Hold on, let me back off. I see I'm off the camera again. Makes it nice and clean there, so you can, it won't rot out either. Alright, we're going to do this here. Hang these back up. Turn it inside out. And there is a nice skinned coyote. I'm going to move back outside here. That way I can get back enough to show it here. Alright. Back up a little bit here. See the coyote, that's a small one. Small female is what it was. But now what I'll do is I'll rinse this, get all the blood out of it, rinse it out good, shake it out, brush it out, let it dry, hang it, let it dry a little bit, and then I will put it up on stretchers. So that's concludes the skinning of a coyote. I hope you got something from it. If you have any questions, you can leave a comment here. I'll get back to you. Contact me, Messenger on Facebook also, but don't forget to subscribe to me here on YouTube. Find my outdoor page on Facebook at Cal's Outdoors, and follow me on Instagram at Cal's Outdoors. Until next time, Trapping Fool out.